Hey guys, it's Jen. Welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be talking about my Sephora purchases from 2018. So I was just adding everything up for tax purposes and thinking about how much I spent throughout the year on my channel, and I was pretty blown away by how much I actually spend at Sephora. I figured it was going to be pretty high because I hit Rouge status, I think, over the summer, which is to get Rouge you have to spend $1,000 at Sephora in that calendar year. So I knew it was going to be pretty bad, and my spending, I think, only got worse as we headed into the fall season. And I was thinking about how little I actually would have spent there if I didn't have this YouTube channel, because the majority of the things that I buy, I'm usually thinking in my head, like, yes, I want to buy this, but I'm also planning to review it on my channel. But there are definitely some things that I buy just for me that I really don't talk about that much on my channel. So I thought it would be fun to kind of go through my monthly purchases at Sephora and let you know which things I actually bought because I wanted them and which things I bought just because I felt like I had to review it on my channel if it was a popular item or whatever. And also, I feel like this year is the year that I spent the most on makeup and beauty products that I ever have in my entire life. It's probably several years worth in the past combined into just 1 year, and mainly it's because I've always, since I've been blogging and doing YouTube and doing Instagram, since I started making money with those things, I basically take the money that I make and reinvest it back into the channel. So I'm not buying products with my actual money, like from my household income. I'm using the money that I earn. So that's kind of another reason I want to do this video too, because I think it'll help just to keep myself in check a little bit and to really look and see which products I bought because I wanted to versus which products I bought because I felt like I wanted to review them just for the YouTube channel and then I never touched them again. So if you guys like the idea for this video and you want to see one with all of my Ulta purchases, definitely let me know down in the comments below. And without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. All right, so I have my laptop here. I'm just gonna go right through all of my purchases starting with January of 2018. So January 7th, 2018, I purchased the Bite Beauty Maple Lip Mask, and I got this because I wanted to buy it. That was not a YouTube purchase. I love the Bite Beauty Agave Lip Mask. I repurchase them over and over again as they run out. And I remember that the maple one was originally only available in Canada, and then when it came to the US, I was so excited. I just wanted to buy it immediately, so I grabbed that one. That's the one that has a little hint of like a nude tint to it. It's really pretty, and I wear that one all the time. I also purchased the Briogeo Rosarco Milk Shampoo, Conditioner, and Leave-In Spray. And the reason that I bought those is because I had gotten them in a previous order. I'd gotten samples of them, I should say, and I tried them. I think I got like 2 uses out of the sample and really liked how they made my hair look and feel, so I wanted to purchase the full sizes. I was also particularly impressed that they were silicone free, and I was trying to go more silicone free with my hair care because I don't like how silicones build up on my hair over time, especially given that my hair is fine and gets weighed down easily. So I also purchased those just for myself. I don't even think I mentioned them on my YouTube channel other than maybe I showed them in a haul or I might have shown on Instagram stories. But other than that, that order, I purchased everything because I wanted to purchase it. That was $94. And then moving on to January 13th of 2018, so only a week later, I made another Sephora order, and I got the Hourglass Vanish Flash Highlighting Stick, and I think I fell for the hype on that one. I had seen it on Trend Mood, I had seen it just around people talking about it, and it was supposed to be this highlighter that was like really super smooth looking on the skin. It was super expensive though. I don't think I would have necessarily purchased it for myself, but I figured it was one of those things that I was like, well, I could talk about it on YouTube, so it's a justified purchase. So I bought that, and really, to be honest, I haven't used it all that much. I think it's a nice highlighter, but I don't really wear highlighters on an everyday basis, so I think I'm good with just using my drugstore ones and really didn't need to spend that much money on a highlighter because I feel like there's so many good drugstore ones that I would reach for that that one was kind of a waste of money for me. I also purchased the Becca Anti-Fatigue Under Eye Primer, which I really loved initially, and then after a while I just stopped using it. And while it was nice, it was kind of an extra step in my routine, and I just kind of got lazy with it, and I found a bunch of concealers this year that really helped to smooth out my under eye area, and I wasn't having the problems of them sinking into fine lines as much. So I really just kind of wasn't using that one as much as I did initially, but I did purchase that one because I just thought it sounded really cool, and I was hoping to kind of smooth out my under eye area and help to plump up the fine lines. And I think it does that a little bit, but not as much as I was hoping that it would. So I think if it was something that really wowed me and like blew me away, I probably would have continued to use it even though it was an extra step. I think I'm probably gonna dig that out and go back and see if I still like it as much as I did initially. And then the third thing that I bought in that order was the Briogeo Rosarco oil. And that was just because I was really loving the products that I had gotten the week before, just wanted to add another one in, and that one I was just mainly going to use to kind of smooth flyaways on my hair. It's a really nice hair oil. Again, it's silicone free, it doesn't build up on my hair, and it makes my hair really soft and shiny, and it doesn't weigh it down as long as I use just a tiny little bit. So I definitely don't regret that purchase. So that entire order was $102, so that makes January's total $196 spent at Sephora. Okay, so then moving on to February, I didn't purchase anything actually in February. March, I placed 2 orders. On March 1st, I bought the Tarte Make Waves Be, Mermaid Palette for $42, and that one I bought mainly for YouTube. I did think it looked like a pretty palette, but it had mostly neutral shades that I already owned with just like a couple of pops of teal in there, and we did see a lot more palettes like that come out over the summer, but that one I mainly bought because I was just getting so many questions on it and so many people asking if I was going to review that, and I just felt like I needed to put it on my channel, especially because it was just like a really hot item that everybody was talking about. So I did want to make a video on that and swatch it for Instagram. That's the main reason I bought it, and I kind of do regret buying it now because I used it a few times, but really it's just been sitting there because it's a limited edition, and once it was gone, it was gone. I can't really talk about it on my YouTube channel really anymore because it's not available for purchase. So even if you guys wanted to buy it, you couldn't. So it's just not something that I really reach for all that often. I have a lot of palettes that I like more than that. So unfortunately, I feel like that one was a little bit of a waste of money for me. And then on March 8th, I purchased the Urban Decay Backtalk Palette for $46. And that one I was super excited to buy, and I actually wanted to buy that one, not just to review on YouTube and swatch on Instagram, but also I wanted it for me because it looked like it was going to be a cooler tone palette with berries and mauves and plum shades, and I was really excited because I didn't have a lot of palettes like that in my collection. Plus, I love that it was a travel palette. You had your face shades on one side and then the eyeshadow palette on the other, and going into summer, I'm always thinking about travel palettes that I can bring with me on vacation. So I think I probably would have purchased that anyway, but I do regret it at the same time because it just didn't live up to what I was hoping for. The formula wasn't the best, and I really didn't reach for it more than just a couple of times. So it's really just kind of been collecting dust at this point. So the total for March was $88 between those 2 palettes. That's all I bought for that month. And then going into April 10th, I bought the Violet Voss Hashtag palette for $45. That had been out for a while, but I saw a video with Emily Noel talking about it, and she kind of convinced me to buy that one. So I bought it for myself mainly because I really like the colors, all the purples in there, and I do own some other Violet Voss palettes, and I do like the formula. And in the end, I don't regret buying that one. I actually wish that I had a chance to use it some more because I really do like that palette. I think I'm going to make a note to go back and use that one a little bit more. And then on April 20th, I purchased the Marc Jacobs Iconic Eyeshadow Palette in Coconut Fantasy and also the Omega Bronzer. That one, oh my gosh, I remember when those came out. The bronzer I actually had wanted from the previous year, and it was limited edition and disappeared, and I kept hesitating on it because of the cost of it. And then when it came out again, I was like, yes, I'm jumping on this right now. So I grabbed that mainly for me because I wanted the bronzer. I thought the color was amazing. I had swatched it in store the year before and loved it, but I was just like, I can't spend $50 on a bronzer. So anyway, I did buy that, and I've been loving that one. I used it as a body bronzer during the summertime because it's huge, so I really like that. The eyeshadow palette, I think I bought that mainly to go with it because I wanted to do a video on both of them, so I didn't just have the bronzer to talk about. So that was just kind of like an afterthought, and I wanted to swatch it obviously on my Instagram page, which I do with most palettes. But I do kind of regret the eyeshadow palette a little bit because it was expensive and I really don't use it all that much. But the bronzer I definitely do use, so I don't regret that one. The total for that one was $98 between those two, so my April total was $143. And then moving on to May, I also placed 2 orders in May. One, May 1st, I bought the Huda Beauty Obsessions Coral and Gemstone palettes. And between the two, those were $54. And I think I purchased those mainly because I wanted to show dupes eventually. I knew that Bad Habit would come out with dupes for those, so I wanted to have the originals so that I could swatch them next to the dupes. The Gemstone palette is just an all shimmer palette, which is something that I normally don't reach for all that often. And the Coral one looked like a lot of other palettes I have in my collection. It was mainly just those warm tones, the bright yellow and the red and the coral. I don't know, I don't use those two at all really, so I kind of regret purchasing those. May 22nd, I purchased the Huda Beauty Rose Gold Remastered palette. That one I actually did purchase for myself because I wanted the original Huda Beauty Rose Gold palette and I missed out on it, and then it was gone for a while. So when that came back, I also was really excited, especially because it had supposedly a better formula, and I really, really love that palette. I use it a lot. I think the formula is great, so I definitely don't regret that one. That one was $65, so my total for May was $119. And then on June 8th, I placed an order and got 3 things. First was the Benefit Hello Happy Soft Blur Foundation. What a disaster that was. I hated that foundation so much. First of all, the packaging was horrible. As soon as you opened the cap, it just started squirting out everywhere like a fountain. It was like the worst packaging ever. I don't know if other people had issues with it, but mine, from the first time I opened it, it was just leaking all over the place. And also the foundation itself was pretty bad. It just looked super dry and cakey on my skin. It had this like powdery finish. It was very matte. So I didn't enjoy that one. Even though it was summer and my skin wasn't as dry, it still was just not compatible at all. I also purchased the Kiehl's Butter Mask Intense Lip Repair Treatment, and that's something that I used like 1 or 2 times. I thought it was going to be amazing because I do really love Kiehl's products, but I just wasn't blown away by it. I kept going back to using the Laneige mask or the Bite Beauty one. So that one I kind of regret purchasing because I just really like used it a handful of times and now it's just kind of sitting there. The Algenist Genius Liquid Collagen Lip. I use that one every single night. I talked about it in my lip favorites video. It's just an anti-aging lip serum, and I feel like it's probably doing a little something because my lips are definitely smoother looking than they used to be. But I think it's more of like a slow progress over time that I'm just maybe not really seeing, but I plan to use up the whole tube. And I definitely bought that one just for me. I didn't really care if I talked about it on my YouTube channel or not. I'm just always looking for things that are going to help make my lips look smoother. So that's something that I think I would have bought regardless of whether I was on YouTube. And same thing with the Kiehl's Butter Mask, even though that didn't work out. And the Benefit Hello Happy I bought, again, mainly for myself. I just was hoping that it was going to be a good foundation that I could wear all the time, but sadly, it didn't work out for me. So the total for that order was $88, and that's the total I spent for June. And then heading into July, on July 3rd, I purchased the Fresh Black Tea Essence. I tried this in store. I put a little on the back of my hand when we were walking around one day, and I just thought it made my hand feel so smooth and soft, and I just loved it. So I ended up going back and purchasing it. It was really, really expensive, and to be completely honest, I don't use it all that much. I think it's a nice essence, but there's others that I have that I paid half the price for that I use all the time, and I guess just because I didn't really see it doing anything other than it made my skin feel a little softer. But some of my other essences do the same thing, and they also have like these brightening ingredients, and I'm kind of seeing better results with them, like my Neogen one, for example. So that one, I feel like I need to start using it just so I can use it up and get rid of it, but I don't think I would repurchase necessarily. I also bought the Nurse Jamie Uplift Massaging Beauty Roller, and I bought this when I saw Tati talking about it and saying how it was so amazing. And I don't know, I feel like, is that just like a really hyped up product? Have any of you guys used it? Because I used it a couple of times. Granted, I probably should have used it for longer to see if I could see results, but I was just kind of like, I don't know if this is doing anything, and then I kind of forgot I had it, and I haven't been using it on a regular basis. But if any of you guys have tried that and you feel like it's really, really made a difference, maybe I'll go back to using it all the time. But that one, I just kind of feel like, I don't know, maybe it's a gimmick. And I also purchased the IGK Mixed Feelings Leave-In Blonde Drops. Those I purchased for me because my hair tends to turn brassy really, really quickly. So those were an awesome idea because purple shampoos tend to dry out my hair, and I just haven't found one that is really, really hydrating. Plus, there are shampoos that I use all the time that I really like, and I really don't want to have to switch to a new formula. So these are like these really dark purple colored drops, and you can put them into your conditioner, you can put them into any type of leave-in product that you have or hair oil, and they'll help to tone down the brassiness of your hair. So I just thought that was a genius idea, and I would have again purchased those regardless of my YouTube channel because I'm always fighting brassiness when it comes to my hair. So that order came to $166. And then also in July on the 24th, I purchased the Jouer Blush Bouquet palette. And this one I bought because I'm a sucker for blush palettes. I wasn't necessarily planning to talk about it on my YouTube channel. I just thought it was beautiful and it was calling out to me. So I bought that one and I use that all the time. It's like the perfect nude blush palette, so I definitely don't regret that. I also picked up the Olaplex shampoo and conditioner because my hair was absolutely fried over the summer, and that really, really helped to bring it back to life. So I don't regret that either. I still use those all the time, maybe like once or twice a week. They're actually almost gone, so I'm planning to repurchase them because it really, really helped to restore my hair when it was like on the verge of breaking. So I love those. So July's total was $252. That was kind of a bigger month there. And then August. The only purchase I made in August was on the 31st, was a huge one. And that was because Sephora gave us that surprise discount. Plus I had a gift card that someone had given me that I was kind of holding on to. So I ended up purchasing the Natasha Denona Lila, Sunset, and Star palettes. Now, you guys know Natasha Denona palettes are extremely expensive, so that total came to $427, but with the discount and the gift card, I ended up paying about $300 for all three palettes, which is still $100 a palette, so I didn't save a ton, but I bought those solely for my YouTube channel. If I didn't have this channel, I would not have purchased them at all. But I thought, you know, I have all these bad habit dupes and everybody's always asking me how they compare to Natasha Denona, and I had no clue, but I thought, you know what? That might be a cool idea for a video, which I still haven't done, and I bought those in August, so I really need to get on that. I wanted to compare them with the bad habit dupes and see if they were really like worth the money. So I'm putting that on the calendar. I need to do that video for sure. But that purchase was 100% because of my YouTube channel. Then going into September 10th, I purchased the Saturday Skin Freeze Frame Essence and Saturday Skin No Bad Days set. This I haven't really used a ton. And these are products that I purchased for me because I had gotten a sample of the Freeze Frame Essence in a previous order and I really liked how it felt on my skin. It has peptides, so it's supposed to be anti-aging, and I really love K-Beauty and I hadn't tried anything from Saturday Skin, so I was interested. And while I have tried the products intermittently, I think because I've been in such a groove with my skincare routine and just really loving all the products I'm using, I haven't used these enough, and I really want to get back into using them again, maybe just use these exclusively, because I think the set came with like an eye cream and a face cream and a scrub, I think. So there was a bunch of different products I could use and kind of make a whole routine with it, and I really want to try them out a little bit more because they've just been sitting there on my bathroom counter and I just haven't been reaching for them. But the total for that order was $86. And then also in September, I think September was a really big month. September 14th, I purchased the Ciate London Astro Lights palettes. There were two of them, and also the Bobbi Brown UltraViolet Palette. Those I purchased mainly for YouTube because I wanted to do a video on holiday palettes. So I still actually didn't do that. That was $109. So I'm starting to see a pattern here of purchasing palettes for a video and then never getting around to doing that video. It's not even the holiday season anymore, so I feel like that time has kind of gone. I'm not sure if these palettes are even still available at this point, which would really suck because then it was a complete waste of money. I also purchased then on September 19th, a few days later, the Clinique Get Cheeky Palette and the Huda Obsessions Precious Stones Topaz Palette and the Hourglass Ambient Lighting Edit Unlocked. And those were also supposed to be part of that video talking about holiday palettes. September 23rd, I bought the Huda Obsessions Amethyst palette. I think the reason I didn't purchase it, the previous order, was because it wasn't available yet or it was sold out or something. So I got that one, again, for that video that I never did. And then for me, I purchased the MoroccanOil Body Butter, which was kind of like a really big purchase for me because I normally don't spend that much on body butter. But just heading into the fall and winter season, I knew my skin was going to get dry, and it had really good rave reviews, and I love the scent of Moroccan oil, so I splurged on that one. And I also purchased the MoroccanOil Moisture and Shine Travel Kit because I had gotten samples of those, like little sample packets, and tried them out, and I loved the way they made my hair feel and just the way they made my hair smell. So I got the little just smaller sizes just to try them for a little bit longer and see if I like them still after that. And while I did like them initially, I felt like over time they weighed my hair down a little bit, so I didn't end up purchasing the full size. But that order came to $109. So my September total, oh my gosh, was $440. Going into October, I did one order in October on the 15th, and I bought the Dr. Dennis Gross Hyaluronic Marine Collagen Lip Cushion. Again, this was something I bought just because I'm always looking for lip smoothing products, and I did use it quite a few times, and I really, while it makes my lips look smooth initially, anytime I put lipstick over it, I feel like it doesn't last. The smoothing effect doesn't last. I think the Beauty Bio Serum that I bought later in December, which I'm going to talk about soon, definitely worked a lot better than that one. So that one was just okay for me. I sometimes use it at night, or if I'm not going to put a lip product over it, I feel like it keeps my lips looking really smooth, but for some reason it just doesn't like mesh well with lip colors. So I don't use it if I'm going to be wearing any kind of lipstick or gloss or anything like that. I also purchased the Natasha Denona Gold Eyeshadow Palette, and again, that one was strictly for YouTube. If I didn't have this channel, I would not be purchasing $129 eyeshadow palettes. There's just no way. But it was just one of those things that I got sucked into. Everybody was talking about it, and it was just like a really hyped up thing, so that's why I got that one. So the total for that order was $183. And then heading into November, on the 1st, I bought the Huda Beauty New Nudes palette. That one I bought because I love the colors, and I definitely would have purchased that anyway, regardless of my YouTube channel. That was one of the palettes during the year, especially high-end, that I was just really, really into because of the colors, and I still really love that palette, so no regrets there. I also bought the Beauty Bio The Pout Sparkling Rosé Collagen Lip Plumping Serum. That is definitely a mouthful. So that's the one I was talking about. For some reason, I thought I had bought it in December. That one I wear every single day. It does really help to plump up fine lines in my lips and make my lips look a lot smoother. I'm wearing it right now underneath my lipstick. And while the results do seem to be temporary, I'm hoping that maybe throughout time it's also going to do a little something as far as smoothing, but we'll see. I haven't really been using it that long. And then, so that total was $100. And on November 11th, I purchased the Kevyn Aucoin Nude Pop Eyeshadow Palette. That one, I like the colors in it, but I don't think I necessarily would have jumped on it, but I did get a few requests to review that one, so I still have to do that yet. I haven't really swatched it or done anything with that one other than show it in a haul, so I need to jump on that one as well. I also purchased some holiday gift sets, the Laneige Kiss Makeup Set. That one I got because I needed a new jar of my Laneige lip sleeping mask anyway, and it came with those other little mini jars of the other flavors. So I figured I would just get it that way and try out some of the other flavors. I also got the Fresh Sugar Jetsetter set, which had the little mini Fresh Sugar lip balms, and I use those all the time. And I just thought that set would be really cute because I like to keep those in my purse, and I thought the little mini sizes would take up less room, so I don't regret either one of those purchases as well. Also, I got the Ciate Mini Mani Month, and I buy that every year because I love Ciate London's nail polishes. 9 times out of 10, if you ask me what's on my nails, I'm going to say it's Ciate London because I just think their colors are so beautiful. They're really long lasting, and I just love their nail polishes. So out of that purchase, I would say the only one that I bought strictly for YouTube was the Kevyn Aucoin palette. Other than that, I would have purchased the other things myself. That order came to $189. Then on the 19th, I bought the Glow Pro micro needling device, which was a big one, and also I bought the lip attachment that came along with it. I can't say that I would have splurged on that if I didn't have a YouTube channel. My whole kind of intention there was to try it out for a month and then do sort of a before and after. I really haven't gotten to that yet though, so that's something I also want to do in the new year going forward, is start using that consistently every single day and let you guys know if it works. But that was definitely a YouTube purchase. And I did actually use another Sephora discount that they had given us on that one, so it brought it from $234 down to $154. So that was actually a pretty big savings there. So my total for November was $443. That was another really big month. And then heading into December, on the 2nd, I purchased the Too Faced Pretty Rich Eyeshadow Palette. That one, I really don't know why I bought that. I think it was just because everybody was talking about it, everybody was buying it, and I felt like FOMO, I guess, so I bought that one, but I haven't even really touched it, and I'm kind of looking at it and wondering if I should just return it because I don't know if I'm even going to use that. And I also bought the Herbivore Cannabis Hemp Moisture Glow Oil. That one I purchased for myself because I'm always looking for a nice oil, especially to wear during the day under makeup. During the wintertime, my skin gets super dry, and cannabis is like a really huge ingredient right now. Everybody's talking about it, so I just wanted to see what the hype was about. So that order came to $97. Then on December 4th, I purchased the 3 Urban Decay On The Run mini palettes, and those, I don't know, I really wanted them myself. That was definitely not a strictly YouTube purchase, although I felt like it's something I could definitely talk about and feature on my channel and also swatch for Instagram. And I had a coupon that Sephora had given me for $25 off a $75 purchase. And since they were $25 each, it like lined up perfectly. So I ended up getting the 3 palettes for $50 instead of $75. And then December 6th, I purchased the Glam Glow Good in Bed Passion Fruit Sleeping Mask. That's something that I also just bought because I thought it sounded really interesting and I wanted to try it. I'm a skincare junkie, so that one was definitely a me purchase, and it was $54. And then my last Sephora purchase of the year, I just showed in my weekly haul, was the Algenist Genius Sleeping Collagen Cream, which I was dying to try because I love Algenist's Genius line. I think it's amazing, and it was a new product coming out. Again, that skincare junkie in me just wants to try all the new skincare products. And then I also purchased some products from Wander Beauty. I got their Chill Palette, the Nude Illusion Foundation, and the Beach Balm. Those I mainly bought for YouTube because I plan on going forward doing some brand reviews on more indie brands, so I just wanted to try out some of their lines. So that one I mainly bought for YouTube. I don't think I would have purchased any of those necessarily just for myself, but I'm excited to start doing those videos in the new year. So that entire order came to $185. My total for December was $386. So all told, my spending at Sephora for the year was $2,573.50, which is a lot of money. But as you can see, a lot of the products that I bought were strictly for YouTube versus what I would have purchased for myself. So anyway, I'd love to hear from you guys in the comments below. Do you have any regrets as far as purchases from Sephora this year, or things that you are so happy that you bought? I would love to hear from you guys. Also, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel because I put out videos a few times a week and I don't want you to miss anything. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.